remember, I'll help you guys through it because that's the tricky part here. So today is May the 31st. Almost done. When Teresa gets here, I have a question for her too, but we'll pause the video when that happens. Warm up. Graph the equation. Now, this is always a hard time of year for me because I start crying every day. I see this is the last equation with the solve for the year. This is the last graph. This is the last word problem. It's always very difficult for me. And I'm not being sarcastic. It's too big. Teresa. Okay, so I'm going to just pause for a sec. Now, Teresa. Even my daughter told me another joke last night. I can't remember it though right now, unfortunately. Okay, let's start with. Now, a lot of people on their assignment forgot the steps of calculus. Now, domain is always the first thing you write. I'm putting this in red so people don't forget. What's the domain of this graph, please? I'm going to start with Chris today. Chris, what's my domain, please?
X cannot equal 0.
X is anything but 0. This is the way I write it. If you write it a different way, that's okay, as long as it goes from that. Okay, next up is my intercept. Okay, is there a y-intercept of this graph? What do you do to find the y-intercept? Michael, go ahead. X equals 0, and we're learned right here that x can't be 0, right? So for my domain intercept, we're going to say none. Asymptotes. Well, this one's easy enough. This is a new type of graph, okay? So we don't really know anything about oblique asymptotes and all that stuff. We're going to assume there's none. What's the only asymptote that I see on here, probably? Right on. The only one I can see is probably going to be x can't be 0. We already have that. Now, some people are saying to me, Mr. Sal's very repetitive. Okay, maybe it is, but if you keep the same standard for all your graphs, you're never going to miss anything. And that's the whole purpose behind these. Okay?
You have to write the domain.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so let's go for my critical points now. Now I'm going to ask a person at random. Chris, you can put your hand down.
Okay.
Sorry, Chris, I really am going to miss you. I'm all joking aside.
No, I'm gonna miss this class and you as well.
Aside, but I'm gonna miss that. Okay. Now this is the thing. Somebody that's feeling good about their derivatives here for f prime of x. What type of derivative are we going to do here?
First.
Okay, good. But I mean, is it going to be like chain? Like, what are we taking the derivative? What are we using here? Quotient rule, definitely. Okay. As a reminder from yesterday, what's the derivative of e to the x? E to the x. So I take the derivative of this. It's going to be the derivative of this, so that's still e to the x times x. Okay, so that's going to be the left-hand side. What's the right-hand side going to be, please? Corey, go ahead. Yeah, minus 1 times e to the x. Right, okay. All over x squared. Do people feel sort of okay about that?
No.
Luke, question or comment? Okay, so I just use quotient rule, right? So the derivative of e to the x is just still e to the x. Because that's what we said yesterday. Okay, stop, Austin. I can't take it anymore. I'm just throwing it here. So, okay. Yeah, Mike, go ahead. Yeah, so just what we're going to say here from yesterday. Okay, that's just one of the rules that we did, and I'm going to show you why that is, guys. I'm going to show you why that is, probably tomorrow or the next day. Maybe Monday I'll show you the exact reason why. Okay, but that's just the derivative of the x to the x. We'll stick with that for now. Okay, now if I'm looking to solve for this, can somebody simplify the numerator? Can a brave soul to be brave? Derek, how do you simplify the numerator?
Factor out e to the x.
Okay. So f prime of x, this equals e to the x, what's left inside the bracket, please?
X minus 1.
X minus 1. Okay, can someone other than Derek, and Tori, and Chris, thank you all for volunteering today. Tell me why I needed to do that. What am I looking to do for my critical points? And before I say I don't know, you guys all do know because I just marked most of your tests and most of this class is wonderful at graphing.
Find
Yes.
why the slope equals 0.
Right, okay, so when I want to set this equal to 0, what do I care about only? Like, what's the only thing I need to worry about for 0? Yeah, the numerator. So all I need to solve here is 0 equals e to the x, x minus 1 over x squared. We'll go to the next board, which means that 0 is equal to e to the x times x minus 1. Does that make sense? Yeah, go ahead.
Because you have it like that, because there is an x on the outside as an exponent, could you divide it by e to the x?
E to the x is just, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay? You probably could get away with it because e to the x is just a number. You know what I mean? But I don't want to cheat there, okay? I'm just going to do my roots right now. I'm going to say e to the x is equal to 0 or x minus 1 equals 0. Can e to the x ever equal 0? No, so this is no root here. So x just is equal to 1. Okay, are we feeling sort of okay about where that came from here? Now this is tricky again. This is your warm-up, but I need your brains to be alive here today. Luke, questions? What part? Be brave, okay, because I want you to understand. Once this is on the board, are you okay going down once this is on the board?
Yeah.
We're just getting to here's the hard part?
Yeah.
So what I just did quotient rule, right? So I did it as, whoops, where's my original function go? The derivative of this times this minus the derivative of this times this. Yeah, and x squared. Okay.
I got it.
All right, let's do our points of concavity. Actually, while I'm here, we might as well do f of 1 too. F of 1 should be e to the 1 over 1, which equals e. So my point is going to be 1 comma e. Did I get that right? I think I got that right. Can somebody confirm that for me?
Yep.
Good. Okay, let's do our. Oh, what are you guys cheating about? Don't cheat about biology. I know that's what you're thinking. Don't cheat in biology class. Are you guys studying biology right now? Tell me the truth, Calvin. Calvin, I know you're thinking about biology. I can read your mind. I know. Okay, so so we had f of x was equal to e to the x, x minus 1, all over x squared. Okay, we got to do f double prime of x, which is going to be a little bit trickier here right now. I'm probably going to write this as, I'm actually going to erase that, I think. And write this as g of x over h of x. Okay. Can somebody tell me why in this case it might be easier to do it this way? I'm going to pick on you because you're putting me through pressure at lunch today to beat Mr. Hillier. Why is this easier to write as g over h in this case? Yeah. The other reason I was hoping you'd say is because this is like a product rule, and if you're going to try and do it all in one step, it's really easy to go wrong there in one step, right? So you don't have to do it like this, but for me, I find it easier to go like that. So can somebody give me g prime of x? Somebody maybe that hasn't raised their hand today. All right, Bailey, I'll pick on you then. Bailey, what's it? Oh, Mike, you got it?
Yeah.
Mike, go ahead. Close. Remember how product rule goes, right? So derivative of this times this one plus this one times the derivative of that one. Okay, so this we're just going to write as e to the x, x minus 1 plus 1, which is going to be g prime of x is going to be x e to the x. So that's embarrassing? That's not embarrassing. Is that what you said? Michael, I hope you didn't. No, I thank you for volunteering. Michael, you've done a lot better job the second half of the course volunteering, and that's good. Yeah. Sorry for everyone who volunteers. You guys all that volunteered do a good job. Okay, what's the derivative? Can somebody give me h prime of x? Who do I never pick on? James. What's h prime of x, please? If the h of x just x squared. Good. I gave you the easy one for a change, James, instead of giving you the hardest question around. For a change. All right, I'm going to hit pause in the video. I want you to finish the derivative for me now. Okay? So I want you to do is it's going to be g prime of x times h of x minus h prime of x g of x divided by h of x squared. That's what Cauchy rule is. Okay, and then simplify it out, and things will simplify a bit. Luke, you can do it. Luke, think of this like a 3-point shot. It's going to be swish.
It's like my first date yesterday.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
It's embarrassing.
I'm going to tell you a little joke here.